For some reason, the last couple weeks, I keep hearing the words mental health issues, and the word issues really bothers me. And I don't want to reference it as issues anymore. I don't think it's an issue. Maybe it's not the healthiest and you don't feel at peace and you're trying to find your peace.
I really don't want to go back to track.
But why not? You dedicated your entire life to it, Jazz. What's changed?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know everything. My sister is gone. I'm not good enough to get into the Olympics. I let go of my whole relationship for all of this, and now I'm a senior, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
Well, you think maybe that's some of the stuff we should be discussing?
Sure.
I think there is a lot of apprehension, really diving into this conversation of mental health. And I think a lot of that starts really at home, because you have the traumatized traumatizing their children. My family was the kings and queens of build a bridge and get over it. But in that same breath, they don't understand that the issue is not disappearing. You're just putting more distance between it. And within that distance, you're facing other problems. So now you never actually get to the point of attacking what's really there, because you have so many other battles that's going on at the moment.
And just to add on that, being Black, there's a lot of things, trauma that is passed down generation to generation. And, a lot of the world expects us to, be a certain way. And it's like, how can you when all of these, unwanted, these aren't things that we asked for, these are things we're born with.
I'm a first generation Mexican, Honduran American, and in my family, it is not, still to this day, my uncle's like, you don't need it. They think I'm gonna end up in a psych ward. Like, it's just not a thing to do. But I'm glad that I started speaking about it more, because then more of my family are like, what's going on? And it is important to talk about and say, I'm not doing okay. And if it's someone that's like just as broken, just let them know, like, hey, I don't have the ability to handle this right now. It might be hurtful to them, but you need to protect yourself.
For me, I found a lot of safety within my friends at school. And so having a space to be vulnerable, I think is a barrier that a lot of people have, because it's just like, for me, yeah, same thing. I'm a first generation Cameroonian. And so I can't go talk to my family about this. My mom looks at me like I'm crazy. And so, yeah, I think it's just difficult finding that space where you can be vulnerable.
People feel like if you admit to struggling with these things, then it puts you in a box and there's like one way to deal with it. But I think that there's a lot of different ways to deal with it.
One way that I made sure that I was at peace and kept my mental peace was like maybe writing down the things that are bothering me, rereading it and then letting it go, whether it be burning the paper, throwing the paper away, and then writing positive things that things that I'm grateful for, help me recenter myself, make sure that my peace is restored.
Rest is so important. Rest is so, so important. And I'm just now getting to that place. We just had our last day of shooting, and I was like, 2 days after that, I stayed in the bed both days. And I have people on my team like, no, you got to get up. We got to go on tour. I said, I'm not doing anything for the next 2 weeks. Don't plan anything. Don't book nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm going to be laying down.
Trevor, I am so proud of you, because he does not sleep. I'm so happy to hear that.